I'm Daniel, the past life regressionist, and it's time to begin.
Lift off and the clock has started.
This is Timeless Spirituality. Enjoy each of your time.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Timeless Spirituality. First thing I want to do is just thank everyone for all the amazing feedback from last week's episode, the spiritual satire episode. Yeah, it was great. I loved it. I loved the episode. I loved everything about it. And yeah, we're going to do another one. So that'll be coming to you at some point, hopefully in 2023. And yeah. Something cool is starting in this week's episode. It's a little game that I'm going to play. In most episodes from here on out, it's called the Guess the Year game. So when I ask the question of, what is your favorite song about time and why? I'm going to go ahead and guess the year of whatever that song may be. So that is being introduced this week, and keep an eye out for it in future installments of the show. And with all that said, if you would like to book a regression with me to discover who, when, and where you have been throughout time, you can reach me on Instagram at The Past Life Regressionist or my website, thepastliferegressionist.com. And now, it's time to begin. Edward, thanks so much for being back. How are you doing, my friend?
Man, I'm doing great. I'm doing phenomenal with an F.
Yeah, that took me a second there.
Yes, I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
That was good. Because it's not spelled with an F usually, right?
Right.
That was a
It's
little
not.
joke.
Yeah.
That was good.
I like saying stuff like that. Like I'm awesome. I'm awesome-rific. Like combine terrific and awesome. I'm awesome-rific.
So would it be F-E nominal?
Yep.
Instead of all right.
Yep.
That's a good way to start. So you ready for the first question? A first
Yes, sir.
question, second time for you?
Yes, sir.
All right. What is your favorite song about time and why?
So my favorite song about time. So last time I said Summertime by Will Smith. But this time I think I have to go, and maybe I'm in my feelings, but it's a song called 1,000 Years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a romantic song. It's a lovey-dovey song. If you want
Christina Perry?
I think so. I'm not sure who it's by because my girlfriend introduced me to this song when me and her first started dating, but I felt like it was real. I was like, the song is pretty much talking about how she waited 1,000 years for her love. And I'm like, that's how I feel. Like I feel like I don't know about 1,000 years, but I feel like I've been waiting a very long time for a connection like this that I have with my girl. To where I'm like, and we've been together. It's about to be 4 years, but it's just like I've been listening to that song more and more, and I just like, yeah, I like this song. And last time you asked me that question, I thought Will Smith Summertime because of other reasons, but right now I'm like, that song that's one of my new favorite songs because that's how I felt. And it's talking about how she waited and she'll wait again. And the same thing for the guy in the song. And I'm like, yeah, I'll wait.
That's really sweet. So you want to see the new game we've been playing on the show?
Yes.
Okay, so you've been looking at me the entire time since you said 1,000 years, right?
Yes.
All right, so this is the game we play. It's Guess the Year. Because I'm usually really good at guessing when a song came out. It's either guessing or knowing. So you see, like, I haven't been looking or typing anything up or on my phone, nothing like that. So, and I usually get it within 2 years. 1,000 years, I'm going to say 2011.
2011?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not sure.
There's a tiny possibility it may have been 2009, but I'm going to say 2011. So,
go ahead, take it up.
Do you want to? How about this? It's more fun if you do it. You want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take a look. Because I know that it was part of that whole Twilight series. So that sounds pretty. That probably could be when it came out. Let me see.
I'll get it within 2 years.
On a funny note, I've never searched this song up. As soon as I typed in A space TH, it came up. Like, yeah. When did Christina Perry write 1,000 Years? She wrote it in 2011.
How you like them apples?
Here you go. Christina Perry
Nice.
wrote in 2011. I don't know if you can see that backwards, but yeah, that's when she wrote it. When it was released, I don't know. Yeah, you were right. I mean, that's when because if they wrote it in 2011, it couldn't have been that far off. In 2012, if they released it,
Nice.
that was good.
Cool.
You got it right on the money.
Thank you. It's a fun game. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are you ready for the next question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who is Edward?
Man, Edward is ET to PT. Or I have a new name that I made up that I might be going with, and I was saying Triple M, the motivational metaphysical master. But that
I
sounds
like
like a
that.
lot.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot. But like you said, it rolls off the tongue, right? So I was like oh man, I messed it up. I was saying the motivational metaphysical master. And like I was gonna go by Triple M. That's what I was thinking like for the podcast when I started. Like I was gonna change my name up a little bit because I was like ET to PT, that's the personal trainer. And I was like, I'm gonna have another name for the podcast. But yeah, I'm a personal trainer. I stay in Houston from New Orleans. You know, like I'm a spiritual person. I guess you can say I know spiritual is a very generic term, but I like to study meditation and chakras and what's the word? Mysticism, a little bit of occultism. I like to look into stuff like that. And, a little splash of conspiracies, but I have a cold on that. I don't go off the deep end. But yeah, no, I'm a guy that I like truth. I search for the truth and I can see through bullshit and I'm gonna just keep going till I can find the truth. Not my truth, but the truth and my truth. But other than that, I mean, like I'm just here, man. I'm loving life, keeping positivity going, and helping as many people as I can on the way, whether it be through physical training, or whether it be through them venting to me, or whether it be through me just being positive, lighting up somebody's day.
Cool. Well, thank you for sharing that. It may add, you are probably one of the smartest guys that I know. Just very inquisitive, very on the ball at things. So I'm looking forward to hearing your voice out there more in the world.
It will be. I promise. It will be there. Like I'm just I realize I move slow, I procrastinate, and I do have my own.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Exactly. That's another reason I'm like, okay, let's get in there. I'm taking my time, but I'm ready now. Like it's one of the things where I'm kind of getting mad at myself now. I'm starting to get frustrated because I haven't done anything. And I think that's why I told both my friends that I was like, yeah, I'll do the podcast with you because I'm just trying to jump in there in any way that I can to where I'm just like, okay, I'm doing it now. But hey man, I appreciate that. I try to stay sensible. I try not to assume and to guess, and I try to be as factual as possible. And I'll admit when I'm wrong because I don't know everything. And I come across information that's I come across information that's wrong, or I misunderstand things a lot. So I just try to stay on point and be understanding. But I appreciate that.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm just saying the truth as I see it.
No, thank you.
May not be factual.
Yeah, may not be. Yeah, I mean, hey, I like to think that I'm intelligent and smart. That's why I like to read a lot and watch less TV, unless it's anime, because I love anime. But I like to make sure I'm reading my book, keeping my mind sharp and stuff like that.
So, are you ready for the conversation we had scheduled for, what was it, 7 months ago?
Yes.
And well, yeah.
Yeah, it was about that. 7, 8. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And then we went for another one that I think was very needed at the time.
Yes.
Great episode.
It was.
So, are you ready for the slow and steady?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Why is it that you wanted to have a past life regression?
So for me, I wanted to have a past life regression because I believed that it was something that would help me see insight into my current life. And the reason I say that is because, again, I like to read, books about occultism and mystics and spiritualism and stuff like that. So when I read these books, past life regression or past lives are often mentioned, especially one book in particular. I want to say Many Lives, Many Masters.
Mm-hmm.
And that one, I haven't read that book, but I've spoken to a friend of mine about that book so many times. and we've spoken about just the idea and the theory of past lives. And then when you look back into older religions, or when some religions came about at the beginning, past lives were part of it, and reincarnation was part of it, like in Christianity and in other religions. I don't want to misspeak, but definitely in Christianity. I want to say Judaism as well, maybe in Islam, but I can't speak on that because it has not been changed. But I still believe in past lives because I've had my own personal experiences, and I've heard other people's experiences as well. It's just something that I wanted to look into for me because I wanted that spiritual insight. Like I wanted to look back because I felt like I needed to remember, and I feel like I still need to remember more. And I'm definitely booking another session like very soon because I want to. I think right now the way I am thinking, the way my head is right now is it's very. I have a lot of things that I've unlocked since then. Like I'm a very different person since the first time we had the past life regression. So I'm very interested in seeing how, first of all, how much more vivid things are going to be, and what else I'm going to find, because I still remember everything to this day, like everything that I saw from the past life regression, like the visions, the story, the feelings, like I still feel and see all of that like it was yesterday.
The oil platform.
Yeah, looked like a pterodactyl head, and it just opened up. It looked like it really. Now that I look at it, it reminded me of Pride Rock from off of Lion King. Remember that rock off of Lion King when they had the rock? It looked like an L. That's what the bridge reminded me of.
It's been a long time since I've seen Lion King.
How do you not remember Lion King, the Pride Rock? But yeah,
Was that
like,
the Simba
remember,
rock? Like where?
Yeah, when he held him up, and like
Yeah.
that's why they hung out. Like that was their spot. That was their crib.
So I want to set the scene for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So the session with Edward took place as we're recording this in late 2022. It was almost 2 years ago. And Edward is not, I don't want to make any overgeneralizations here. Not always the stereotypical person that you'd expect to be doing a past life regression.
Yes.
So when we started, he's just this towering rock of a man.
Because I like working out.
Yeah. So I want to paint that picture for everyone as they're listening to you speak, that this is for everyone, even the people who you wouldn't expect to do something like this. Like you don't need to be. I mean, I could just describe myself right now as the person who you expect to do it, or the person that's wearing a bunch of hemp,
right,
and crystals. Anyone can do this, and but I think that Edward also breaks stereotypes, even outside of past life regression. Because I mean, I don't mean this as any insult, to you or any of the other hunking men,
right?
you usually don't think smart, philosophical, inquisitive, those types of things, which is a horrible thing for me to say. Absolutely horrible thing for me to say. But as I'm saying it, I think it also it's a weird mirror for me, because when I tell people that I'm a past life regressionist, they're shocked. Because it's that feeling of, you don't look like you'd be a past life regressionist.
You look more like an artist, like someone that makes music.
Yeah. So, I totally dug myself a hole there. I guess.
Nah, I get what you're saying, because I work out a lot, and I'm a big buff black guy, and it's just like one of those things. Not saying it because I'm black, but it's just you wouldn't expect
you
a
said
guy
it, I
that
didn't.
works out. Yeah, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me because facts are facts. I mean, in this society that we have, there are stereotypes that are placed upon people that didn't ask for those stereotypes.
Exactly.
There are stereotypes that are placed because of just habits that they've been placed in, systems that they've been placed in, cultures that they do. That's just what it is. I think we just need to, just it is what it is. You're not talking to somebody that's sensitive here. I mean, I'm a big black dude from New Orleans, Louisiana. Like, if you get to know me, you're gonna hear me talk hood. You're gonna hear me talk with my accent and stuff like that. So you wouldn't think that I'm in, I do past life regressions, or I meditate, or I'll go ahead and I'll be talking about chakras and stuff like that. Like, a lot of people don't see that. Like, they'll be like, "What? You?" I'm like, "Yeah, me." Like I'm not into all of that other stuff that you might think people from that city or people that's in that type of environment is used to. Like I got away from that because I know that there was more, you know. And I'm not trying to talk on people that's into that stuff because that stuff cool too, you know. But everybody got their own thing to help them get to where they want to get to, you know. This is what I want, you know.
So I guess what I was really getting at then with all the things that Edward said is you can put your own picture together from that.
Yeah.
But when you encounter someone like that, you may have things in common with them. You know, you may be able to have a conversation with someone who you didn't think fits the mold of
what this is.
Well, exactly what this
Yeah.
is. So I guess ultimately that's my way of saying just don't judge anyone.
Yeah.
You never know what that person has to offer you.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
I probably could have been more concise with that.
It doesn't matter. Because, I mean, you know, I get you. It's the same. You don't want to judge people because it's come from race to age to experience. And you just don't want to judge because you can still learn from anybody, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like even kids. Like kids teach us a lot of things that I think we just overlook. Just that small example. Like everybody, like as an adult, like you always look at a kid and just like, you don't know what you're talking about. But you listen to those kids, like sometimes they know a little bit more than you because they're just a little bit more insightful. They're listening to the intuition. You know, they still
holy shit, that kid's talking quantum physics.
Exactly. You're just like, and then that's when you like, hey, don't be judging these kids now. Don't judge nobody. You feel me? So I get
you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Mm-hmm. So, you cool recapping the experience? What came up for you?
Yeah.
What? Let's start with what you saw with your first life. What came up for you?
So for my first life, I remember we did the whole thing, you know, went in the house, the door. Before I saw my first life, we were in the white room, but when I saw the white room, I saw the door. I went through that door and I was in the forest. Like I was in the, I guess I was in the forest, like the jungle. Let's say that, not the forest, the jungle. That's two different types of woodlands. And I'm in the jungle and I'm wearing fatigues, you know, like camo pants. I don't know if I was wearing a shirt, but I had a backpack and I had a machete in my hand and I'm just cutting through the grass. And I'm just like, only thing I could think of is I gotta find her. I gotta find her. I gotta find her. And I didn't know who I was looking for. I just know I had to find her. And I'm just cutting through, and I'm just looking. And then I had a map. And the map showed me where she was, but I don't think I was there. Like I think that map was for some other place. And it showed me where she was, but I wasn't there physically in that place when I was in that past. Like she wasn't in that jungle, is what I'm saying. So that's when we had moved on to the next person. Cause I remember you had asked me, cause at that time, it was like I was a black guy running through the forest, machete. That's about it. All I know is after I saw the map, I continued to look around, but I couldn't find anything. So we went on to the next one. And the next one, that was when we went to the alien place. Yes.
Now, when you say alien, what do you mean by that?
I mean extraterrestrial. I mean people that don't look nothing like us. I mean people that you probably seen on Rick and Morty or on some cartoon show, anime. Like you probably saw it on Unsolved Mysteries on the History Channel. I don't know, but it was an alien planet. And at first I couldn't make it out because I was there, but I wasn't physically there. Like when I went there in the past life regression, I wasn't in the physical body. And I didn't know why. At first I thought it was a bird or something like that. Then I was just like, nah, I have too much autonomy. Like I moved around in like a ghost. So I'm moving around and I just see these beings. They look like, I can remember they're like short, like about 4 feet, maybe like 5 feet. And they had like big heads. Like their heads look like the outside of walnuts. Purple, I think they were. They were working on a bridge. The bridge looked like a giant pterodactyl head or Pride Rock from Lion King. You should rewatch Lion King, Daniel, just so you can remember that.
It was a good movie. I remember that.
It was a great movie. Like Disney has some good stuff. They might have subliminal messaging in it, but it's okay.
You couldn't resist, could you?
Of course not. It's the truth. Everybody knows it. But it's okay. I'm not gonna go too deep into that. But the pterodactyl head, it was like a bridge, and it would move up and down. But the reason why I was there wasn't because of that bridge. It was because I had a family there, and this had tripped me out because like I'm just like, okay, I'm just seeing stuff. I'm seeing this pterodactyl. I'm seeing these people work on this thing. It's like in the middle of water or a liquid. I don't know if they have water there. But it turns out I was a worker on that bridge and I had died from working. Not like in the slave sense, but we were just working and an accident happened and I died. The family that I had, they were holding on to my body. Like they didn't want to let my body go. Like it was just there in the house. They were taking care of it, but it was just there. And I needed them to let go of my body. Like I needed them to just like, hey, just like, and it was more of a emotional, spiritual let go of my body, not a physical let go of my body, but it was also a physical, like, hey, you should probably go bury me somewhere. But yeah, it was one of those things because I showed up at this house and I just saw people crying over this body. It was a wife and I want to say 2 to 3 kids. I remember 2 for sure, 3 is a maybe. But I was just looking and I was over them. And that's when it came to me. That's when it came to my because I remember you asked me if I had a body or what body was I in. I was like, I don't have one. And like I kept wondering why I didn't have a body. And I was just like, is this my life? And then I realized I was like, oh, it is my life. I'm passing. So I needed them to let go of my body. And I told them that, like, and they saw me when I like appeared. And they didn't see me at first, but then when I realized what I needed to do, that's when I appeared to them and I told them I had to let go of my body. And like, man, that was crazy because I felt it. Like I felt their emotions. Like I felt that sadness. Like I had a whole family. Like I had a wife, I had some kids, like, and I don't know what position we were in. I don't know about all of that. All I know is like I felt their emotions and how much they loved me and how much I loved them and how much I didn't want to let them go. Like I even cried, like here, like cried during the regression. And I didn't realize until after we woke up. I was like, why is my face like wet a little bit? And I was like, oh, okay, that was real. So like after that part, I told them that to let my body go, and they understood. They didn't want to. The kids were crying. It sucks. I was like, yo, like, it's all good, but it sucks. That sucked. But we got over that. I had released that, and then after that had happened, I went to another life. This next life I had went to, it was this one was harder for me to see because I was somebody. I see in this life. I don't think I was doing anything. I think I just saw flashbacks because I remember you told me I was a magician because I remember I was seeing stuff, but I couldn't realize what it was. Like I couldn't make it out. And then that's when we had moved on to the white room. But I remember after the past life regression and we talked about everything, you had told me like it sounds like you were a magician and you did some like magician stuff. And I believe we talked about I killed my master by mistake through electric shock from an experiment that we were doing. And I messed up because I miscalculated something. That's why I hate being an electrician. Because I was an electrician for 3 years here. And I was like, hey, this is super interesting, but I don't like this. Like, this is not, I was lying to myself when I said I loved it because I was like, nah, it's something that's calling me to it, but I don't think it's me. I think it was something from a past life that's calling me to electrician. Valuable knowledge though. But yeah, so after that, because you had explained that part to me, so I didn't really get the go down on that part until after. But after I went from the alien place, I went to the place where I was a magician, but I didn't really know what was going on. So we just moved on to the next place immediately. Went to the white room, but this white room was different from the very first white room. This white room, I was just again, I had no body, and there were 2 colors. They were just like moving around, and like the colors, they reminded me of that squiggly line that's in your eye, and when you see it, it starts moving. You're trying to keep your eye on it, but it keep moving, and you're just like, hey, come back here. That's what they reminded me of. And then like the orange one, there was an orange one, and it was like not hot pink, but it was a type of hot pink, like maybe a little bit darker, maybe not so hot, maybe like cute pink. I don't know, but yeah, the orange one stopped, and when the orange one stopped, it looked at me. Oh man, I can't remember everything I said about it or everything it told me, but I asked it questions, and I can't remember all the questions I asked. That's something I can't remember. Okay. All I know is it told me something was going to be hard. Something about relationships. It was just gonna be hard. Like not hard in a bad way, like for me to deal with, but just hard to like, I guess, get to a certain point or something. I don't know. I can't remember exactly that part. But I remember they like it helped me out. Like it was like a little orange squiggly snake. I know it sounds weird, but I mean, you listen to a past life regression video, so
I mean, yeah, it seems normal to me.
right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah. I mean, if you think this is weird, I don't know if this is run for you, but yeah, it helped me out. It helped me out with some stuff. It told me about why my purpose. It told me my purpose, and it told me that I was just gonna have a little bit of trouble, but I was gonna be fine. And I was like, all right, cool. But then I moved on, and this is where it got really crazy cool. Like I went deeper into another spot, and this is where I met. I don't know who they were to me, but I want to say they're my spirit guides because I met two people, but only spoke to one of them. And the place where I was at, it was almost as if I was somewhere where it wasn't nighttime, but it wasn't daytime. It looked like night and day at the same time, but it was like dark. But it wasn't. It was very beautiful. And I was on the island, and there's just like three trees on this island, a little bit of sand. And then that's where I saw my two spirit guides. I saw Micah. I remember Micah because I still talk to him. And then the other guy, I still haven't gotten much from him. I haven't gotten anything from him.
He's waiting for you to interview him on the podcast.
That's what I'm thinking too. I'm like, man, he's gonna come out soon. Cause I had asked somebody about a spirit guide thing, like a guy that I know. I talked to him about a spirit guide, like because he said he can talk to people when they're spirit guides and stuff. I talked to him a little bit, and he had told me he was the one that told me I should make an altar because apparently I have nature spirit guides that are reaching out to try to help me out. So I was like, okay, I did that. Nothing about the other guy though, but Michael did come up, and I think Michael was also again telling me to do the podcast. But I spoke to Micah, like it was again a very beautiful stars out, sun out, kind of like the sun looked like it was setting, but the stars were up. It was super cool. And I was talking to Micah just about what I'm supposed to be doing and why things are going the way they go. I remember it was telling me that I need to stop being scared. And he was just like, you just need to do it. Like you just need to go and do things. Like you're good. No matter what you do, you'll be fine. Like I remember that specifically because I was just like, what do you mean? It was just like exactly what I'm saying. No matter what you do, you will be fine. And I was just like, all right, you sure? And it was just like, yeah. I was like, okay. And it was telling me that it was saying I was on the right track pretty much, but it was saying there's some things I needed to emphasize on, like again, the podcast, getting out, speaking out more. Not necessarily podcast, but just speaking out more, like in the open, putting myself out there. Definitely said that I would get a lot from that. And then again, told me to continue to, just do my spiritual studies and practice meditating, stuff like that. The other guy didn't say anything. He didn't, I just looked at him, he looked at me, and it was kind of just like, all right, I'll talk to you later then, I guess. Like, he wasn't mad or anything, he was just there. And I was like, okay.
That's the one that'll come through as a guest on the podcast, right?
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I forget. I don't think I got his name. But yeah, and then after Micah helped me out, I remember we were talking about, oh yeah, we talked about how I knew you in the past life and I knew Aaliyah in the past life.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just talking about pretty much just that. Other than that, I can't remember too much more because I remember afterwards we did the trauma release with the papers, which that helped a lot too. Oh, my pops came to visit me, like just like last month. It was great. Definitely like that closed it all. Like I was like, yo, he was here for like 2 weeks, staying with me, we're chilling and stuff like that. Like I got my words out to him. He told me, and now I understand that things happen and people make the decisions that they think are best in that moment. We can't be mad at them for that. And if we do, it's not bad for us to get mad. It's okay, but we just have to understand that people have their lives, and regardless of what actions they did in their life that reacted or affected you, you still want to try to just be as an understanding and just, But I told him, I was like, yeah, you kind of messed me up in my head a little bit with that stuff, but it's all good. You're here. and that's all that matters. Yeah, no, like after that, we did the trauma stuff, and that was it. That was the whole regression. I hope I didn't go too fast through it. Um,
Oh, it was perfect.
my apologies for not remembering some stuff.
Hey, you hit the key details.
Yes, yes. And I mean, it's still like again, like it's still, a lot of it's still fresh in my head, like from that, like even though it's 2 years ago, like it's just like, yo, like this, I still remember this. I might not remember all the words that were said, but I remember the most of it. And I've only watched the video once. Like to us, me and like that podcast of that regression, only
Mhm.
watched it once. Like, and that was it. And I just remembered it, and I was like, okay.
That's there's for as many times as you want to.
Hmm.
Could be none, could be 20. Hell, it could be 21.
Yeah.
Could be 27.
Hey, those
Could be
two,
3.
those three numbers are good numbers.
Could be 9. Could be
That's
12.
another good number. Okay, now you're just doing multiple
Could be
threes.
15.
Three is a good number. Fibonacci sequence, Nikola Tesla.
Rule of 3.
Yeah, yeah. Rule of three.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I implement the rule of 3 on the podcast very often if I'm, well, cracking what I think to be a joke. It's probably, I don't know. Sometimes it's not as funny.
I do it. I do it all the time. Like I'll do things 3 times, and I'll do things like 9 times. Like if I'm training my clients, I'll be like, all right, here, you're gonna go to 12. They're like, okay. They're like, is that light? Yeah, go to 15. Like, why 15? Because it's a good number. Why? Because it's a multiple of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like I tell my clients that all the time. Like if not 12, you can go to 9.
I like to utilize anything that's divisible by 3.
Yes. It
Yes.
helps. I like
So I'm
it.
sitting there adding it up if I'm watching TV, and I'm like, 74? Nope, can't leave the volume there. 72?
yeah.
Yep, we're good
There we go.
there.
That's a good one.
But not 74, because that adds
No.
up to 11. Not divisible by 3. 11 be a prime number. Can't do that.
But 11s is still a good number though, but it's a master number when you're looking into numerology. But still, I was like 3.
Yeah, I'll stick with my 3s.
Yeah, stick with 3s. It's okay. 3s are good. 3s are good.
So before we go on, I just want to clarify one thing. I think you pretty much covered it, but when you brought up me saying that you were a magician, I think, that was when we were talking after the fact, after the session, right? Saying like, hey, this is what I thought of that session.
Mm-hmm.
This is what, I don't know if I used the word magician though. I feel like I would have used mystic instead of magician.
That's probably what you said. I'm pretty sure it was one or the other. Because I remember whatever you said I had something to do with like magic or mystics.
Yeah, that was the
And
feeling I
like,
was getting.
yeah. And I was like, yeah, this sounds right. Because I was like, man, it was something that we did. And I looked up to this guy. Like this guy was my master. And like I completely just like I botched it. And like he died from it. And I remember I remember talking about it afterwards. Like, yeah, I think after that I just stopped.
Yeah. I mean, I could understand why. Because also, like, when you say magician in that situation, for some reason,
You think
my
stage
mind goes to
magician-
this place of, you put him in a box, and then you took his sword out.
And I just started
Watch, I'm
stabbing
going to
him.
cut you in half.
He's like, no, wait. And I'm just like, what? Oh,
Oh, shit.
yeah, like wrong sword.
Ta-da!
But I just made a guy disappear. I just transformed him into a spirit.
Yeah. So, just wanted to, just clarify that. And I don't know if I ever told you about this. I may have. But someone who I had as a client probably about 6 months ago had mentioned to me that it was your episode that brought her husband around to this. I can't remember to which extent it was, but it was because of the way that you presented things in your episode where he could get on board with it.
Oh, nice. I'm glad I could help in any way. In any way, that's awesome.
So I may have left this part out of the little outline that I sent you. Just out of transparency for everyone, I do send a very basic outline to everyone before I have them come on, but it's just stuff like, hey, I'm going to ask you your favorite song about time, recap the experience, who are you?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
stuff
I
like
read
that. So this was definitely left off. But since it moved one person, at least one person that I know of in the last episode, if you're okay with it, I'd like to ask you, what's coming up for you right now? What do you feel that someone needs to hear? Could be completely unrelated to past life regression.
For some reason I keep getting, just keep pushing. Don't succumb to the distractions. everything is on fire, but I don't know if you watch Game of Thrones or House of Dragons, but like the Targaryens, like the fire can't hurt us. Like we can't be hurt by the fire. Like as long as you keep working on yourself, like you can't get burned.
Mind if I
Like
ask you a question?
what's up?
Why are you holding back?
I'm not holding back. I'm just trying to make sure I say it the right way. But it's just
I feel a monologue coming up for you right now.
like just don't be distracted. Like I feel like I said that last time, but I feel like dang, like they just putting out a lot of energy out there
Yeah,
like right now.
Edward,
And it's we need to
anyone could put a motto on a poster.
yeah.
Well, come on. But there's only one Edward.
Man, just hey, get your shit together. Like, let's go. It's time.
Why
Like
is
it's
it time?
time. It's time because like the way things are going, the way people are moving, it's time. It's about that time for us to just start moving. And like for government officials that are listening, I'm not talking about anything illegal, but I'm just saying in the sense of spiritual sense, like it's time for us to start moving. Like it's time for us to start leaving these things alone, like television, like the way we think. Like we have to change that. We have to really change that now because it's a lot of external forces that are manipulating the way we feel and think about certain things because they're only releasing specific information. I'm not telling nobody to go on the deep end and start researching stuff. Nah, just get your shit together. Like stop being negative. Like just be strong. It's gonna be okay. Like you're gonna be good. And you just have to really really just try like to stay positive. And I'm not talking about looking at a negative situation and just saying that it's positive. Nah, like just stay positive. When something happens, it happens, you know? Like whether it be good or bad, it happens. Like don't even like don't take that to heart. Like don't take it personal. You ain't do nothing wrong. And if you did something wrong, go fix it. But like just get your shit together. Cause it's time. And I don't want to say this because it's something that a lot of people say, but the time is coming. Things are about to change very drastically, and in ways I do not know. Okay, I'm really just going off my intuition. It's just things are going to change very drastically as soon as this winter, maybe. Just start praying, start meditating, get your spiritual stuff on lock, start reading a bit more, get outside, get into that nature. You're gonna need it. Other than that, just do what you feel is best, as long as you're not hurting nobody.
You have 3 more reps in you? You're at about 9.
Let me see. I wanted that may be it. I mean, other than that, just
That was pretty good. But I feel
yeah.
like you could push out just a little more. Just 3 more reps, Edward. 3 more. Come on, ET.
Don't be scared. Like, don't be scared. Don't be scared of yourself. Like, don't be scared of the powers or the abilities that you may have, whether that be actual superpowers, I don't know, or whether it just be, your intuitive self. But just don't be scared. Open up. Like, open up. Do things that are different. Do things that are new. You hear that voice in the back of your head telling you to do something that's like that you like. Oh, I think I wouldn't do that. That's like that's not something I would do. Not in a bad way, but just like in a way of just like, why would I want to do that? Like, why would I want to go read this book? What's up with this book? Like, go read it. If it's like, hey, watch this show, listen to this song, really listen, like, we'll really just check it out. Like, just start doing different things. And again, don't be scared and just get your shit together because things about to change and it may be a big divide. I mean, it always is. So that's kind of, for me to say that is redundant. There's always a big divide. Just, do right by you, your people, and just stay positive. Don't be scared. Stay strong. No matter what, again, the fire can't hurt us. Like, it might seem like it's hot, but it can't hurt us. We good.
Look, sometimes change can be good. Yeah, I tried vegan cookie dough this one time, and I was really opposed to it. Like, really, why don't I want to try vegan cookie dough? Oh my God. Oh my, it was amazing because with that vegan cookie dough, I think I guess they didn't use eggs, but there was still gluten in it, which is okay.
Yeah.
But whatever they used to bind it together, oh my God, it made it so gooey. It was so good. Just, but I was, How am I going to try vegan cookie dough? That's stupid. And then when
Nah,
I
vegan
did,
cookies are delicious.
right? So then after that, when I go back to get my frozen yogurt, I would pick the vegan cookie dough.
Nice.
And they couldn't mix it in the same way that they could with the regular
everything
one.
else.
Because
Yeah.
you couldn't crush it down but that was what made it great, was the gooiness. It was so gooey and good. And I'm not someone who likes to try new things, especially vegan cookie dough. If I like a good old non-vegan cookie dough, then I usually stick with what works.
Yeah, I am too. I'm the same way too, but
It was good.
I just like, not recently, but just for a while now, I've been getting just senses to just do different things and new things. Like even now, actually, yeah, recently I have been. It's where it's just like I've been finding myself like doing some repetitive stuff. So I'm like, all right, let's change it up. And usually when I change it up, like that usually like gets me like going, growing again. But yeah, like it's. Mm-hmm.
But sometimes change doesn't always work out. Give you another quick example for that one. There's this salad I usually get.
Mm-hmm.
It's a place called California Chicken Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Funny, I had a friend ask me, well, what kind of food do they have? And I said to her, really? It's neither here nor there right now. But, I'm a creature of habit. And I wanted to try something new because I was just feeling adventurous.
Right.
So I tried a new dressing.
Right.
I tried a Chipotle dressing because I'd heard from another friend that at California Chicken Cafe, it's not that spicy. And I said to her, I'm like, I don't like spice at all. She said, me neither do I. But this one isn't that bad. So I'm like, okay, all right, I'll try it. I'll try it. I'll try it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try it. I'll try it. And I did. And it wasn't mixed in. It was
That's good. That's smart.
in the container.
Right.
So then I took the top off of it and I licked the top of the container a little bit, just like a little. I don't know how to articulate that.
Right.
Sound wise or like. And I was like, how's that? No, it's too hot. It was just a little bit. But now I know that the Chipotle sauce wasn't good. It was the first time I tried it, and it'll be the last time that I try it. And if anyone says to me, oh, this Chipotle sauce isn't that spicy, I'm going to say, you can kiss my ass.
You're lying.
Whatever you have to say. You don't know how sensitive I am to spice.
But that's still good, though. Like,
Yeah,
that's still good because you
now
ended
I know.
up going, yeah, exactly. Not only that, but you took a chance. Like, and I think that's another thing. That's probably what I want to say, was start taking a little bit more risks, because those risks could really open up doors for you that you would never think would be there. And like, just like how you tried that dressing, like now you know, and not only that, but now you're not afraid to try another dressing because you're just like, well, you know what, that one might have been bad, but I
Edward,
tried
what are you
else.
talking about? That almost scared me into submission.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like I feel like you might be a bit more open-minded to trying some other new ones, like not spicy ones.
Yeah,
but
well, anytime
new
I hear the
ones.
word spice,
You're just like, nah, I'm good.
because if they
Like,
say it's not that spicy, I'm like, okay, that
Spicy.
means, yeah, that's too spicy for me then.
right.
But you're
And I was
right.
like, I get it.
Yeah, I'm glad
'Cause
that
it's
was me
always-
walking into the fire.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And you didn't, you got a little hot, but you didn't get burned.
Yeah, point for
But that's
vegan
why-
cookie dough, point against Chipotle. dressing.
Exactly. But both times you try something new, you put yourself in an uncomfortable position, and then you learn something new, either about yourself, the action that you were doing, or just learn something new in general. Like change. Like I said earlier, like good and bad is relative, and that goes to change too. So when change comes about, it's not good nor bad. It's just change. It just is. Like that's all it is. When you start to add other labels to it, that's when you start to make it personal. And we should not make anything personal. Nothing here is personal. Like they say angels fly because they take themselves lightly. Like, they don't take nothing. Like they don't take this, like they don't take anything personal. Like they're just like, hey, you know what? Like, okay, cool. Like that's for me. Okay, that's not for me. Okay.
And they're
This
like,
is
bitch, I
happening.
got wings and you don't.
Exactly. So it's just like, hey, like you always got some. You're always good. You're always good. You got, you'll be all right. Just try new things. It's not gonna kill you, and just yeah,
Well, I think
Good
that's a
and
good
bad.
place to end it.
yeah, yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah,
Well, I just want to thank you so much for coming on again, because look, we're going to call it right now. I'm going to have you on again.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you're cool with that, right?
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wanna
maybe
come
we'll
back
start a new segment, Edward's philosophical
on.
corner
And you
or
know
something
what's
like
funny?
that.
I had a client and like I only had her. So you want to talk about taking opportunities and change? I went to work at another gym for a little bit. Like it was just to try it out to see if it was like it was a corporate gym, right? I was only there for like 4 months because I was still working at my other gym. But I didn't, I learned a little bit, but it wasn't at the end of the day, when I look at it, it was a loss. Like I kind of just put myself in a hole a little bit in a sense where it came to like just what I was already doing. Like it kind of held me back, but it didn't because my very first client there, like they didn't give me this lady. I didn't talk to her, none of that. Like she came to me and all she did was ask me where the rowers were. And I was like, yeah, the rowers are over there. I pointed and then something in my head was like, nah, go show her. And I was like, you know what? I'll show you. I went to show her. We talked for a little bit. She became my client. She was only going to be there for the summertime. Long story short, like she was a great person. Like her family, like they're just great people. As training her, she became a great good friend. Like just a friend to where we can goof off and stuff like that. But she would always tell me, "Et, you have all these philosophies about stuff." And I told her again, like I told you, I like to look into philosophical books and occult books and spirit. I'm always open to my mind like that. And before she left, she had to go back to her country, her and her husband and stuff like that. And I was like, hey, it's good meeting you. Whenever you come back, let me know. Train again. If not, it's cool. It's good meeting you. I'm glad that I went to that gym because I met this person. And like, that was just like, you ever just meet somebody that's just a good person and it's a good friend? Like, it has nothing to do with anything. It's just this good person, good friend to goof off with. Mm-hmm. And she got me she just made like, I guess she went somewhere to get this written on. She gave me like just notebook, just like a regular notebook, nothing in it or anything. But on the front of it, she got it like molded and it says E.T., the PT, and philosophies.
Aww.
Right here on the book. And like when you said that, I was like, hey, I got my book right here. This is my podcast book. Because I would always say things like I have catchphrases whenever I'm training my clients. I'll be like, all right, come on, squeeze the glutes, keep that core tight. All right, up. All right, there we go. And my favorite one is, you'll be all right. Like, because they always be like, I'm dying. Like, no, you'll be all right. Like, you're dying when you're sitting on the couch just eating just cookies and, no, I can't say cookies. I love cookies. When you're eating chips and Cheetos and just watching TV, that's when you're dying. But when you're out here working out, you live it. But that was like that's just funny that you said my philosophies. And I'm like, hey, I got my book right here. This is my podcast book.
Yeah, but you think I'm kidding.
Nah, I'm serious.
I mean, you think I'm kidding. I'm like, yeah, because I want to branch out more for the show and I want to invite more people on to do segments that I'm not involved in.
Okay.
Because I think it's important to really build out timeless spirituality as a space as opposed to just a platform for myself.
Oh, and then you can say it's time and space spirituality. I'm joking.
So yeah, dude, I'm like dead serious about having Edward's philosophical corner or something like that. Yeah.
I'm about it. I'm definitely about it. Like, we could go ahead and talk about it. You'd be like, hey, later on this month for this segment, we'll talk about this. And I'll be like, all right, cool. I'll go ahead and brush up on it to where when I come, we'll have all the jokes and facts and stuff like that. But yeah, like I'm definitely open to that. Like, I don't mind at all. Like I said, I'm doing whatever I can to really just get out in the open and do this more, I'm definitely going to be out there on your podcast and some other podcasts, and I'm going to have my own as well. Like,
yeah, you are.
Yep, like for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. But yeah, just thank you so much for coming on today. And where can everyone find you?
Oh, so you can find me on Instagram, ET_the_PT. That's it. I don't have anything else so far. I will have more later. And I'm in Houston, humble.
Like, once Edward has more, he'll let me know and I'll put it in the show notes.
Oh yeah,
even if it's months or years after this podcast is released, hopefully months.
Yeah, I'm about to say it ain't gonna be that long. It'll be about months.
Whatever it is, I'll put it in the show notes.
Yes, most definitely. I will be giving you that information. I'm just making sure. I'm just looking and seeing if I should start on BuzzFeed or if I should just start it on YouTube instead. or if I should just do it like on Instagram. I'm really just seeing which way I should start. But I keep in my head is just like, man, just start. Stop being
Yeah. Hey, Nike.
yeah, just do it. That's better than I was about to say. I was saying,
Look,
just start. Don't be a scaredy cat.
I know I was ragging on posters before, but sometimes they do have good slogans.
No, they do. Posters have great slogans, you know. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just like motivational like speeches. It's like they motivate you on the time, but at the end of the day, you ultimately have to do that. Same thing, posters. I hang up posters in my apartment. I'll write on like post boards and I'll like stick it up. Like I have one on my door. It says, "I got this. I'm a fucking beast." I look at that every morning before I leave. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's the perfect place to end it. So thanks so much for being here, and I can't wait to have you back again.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. It was great. It was great.
Yay. Fellow time travelers, your journey through time awaits you. Just want to thank you guys so much for listening to today's episode. And if you're interested in discovering who, when, and where you have been throughout time, and you'd like to book a session with me, just go ahead and send me a message on Instagram at The Past Life Regressionist, or you can reach me through my website, yourpastliferegressionist.com.